Welcome to Niger News Series, where we break down the headlines that matter the most, making sense of the complex, in ways that truly connect. Tonight, a bombshell accusation from the U.S. House of Representatives that has sent shockwaves through Nigeria and beyond. Congressman Scott Perry claims that U.S. foreign aid, taxpayer dollars, may be funding the very terror groups that have plagued Africa's most populous nation. Boko Haram. The claim is staggering, but the question remains, is it true? Or is this a politically motivated attack? For Nigeria, this is not just a Washington debate. This is life and death. Boko Haram has killed more than 350,000 people in the past decade. Millions are displaced. If U.S. funds are being misused, it demands scrutiny. But is there hard evidence that USAID is financing terror?
And we spend, I don't know, somewhere between $40 and $50 billion annually on this organization. And with the things that you hear, well, many of us, probably most of us in this room, agree with projecting America's power for the good of all the world around the globe. And that money I just mentioned, the $697 million, is on top of, and is in addition to the weekly to every 10-day shipments in cash of $40 to $80 million. Because your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS-Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding.
For USAID to be funding terrorism, it would require major lapses in U.S. congressional oversight, along with either collusion or massive failures within the Nigerian government or military. The reality? Every USAID dollar must be approved by the U.S. Senate, and Congress holds regular hearings on its spending. There are strict safeguards, including the Leahy laws, which prohibit aid to human rights violators. But corruption exists, and funds have been misused before. Example, in 2014, a USAID-funded contractor was convicted of stealing millions from projects in Afghanistan. A Nigerian army spokesperson also made some questionable remarks about their operations in the Northeast. Listen to his comments.
Now, there's this specific thing we have with the NGOs. Now, the NGOs are being paid high amount of money if the threat is very high. When the threat level is going low, they reduce their allowances. So how many people will want the threats to go down? For the landlords, a house where normally they collect, let me assume, $1,000. When the NGOs and everything is going as heightened, they get like $10,000 per year. How many of them want this thing to end? We had NGOs that came and took up accommodation and paid 10 years ahead. Ab initio, they came when the conflict came, took this accommodation and paid 10 years. So what was the message? You think that person wants it to end?
So, is Perry exposing a real scandal? Or is he misrepresenting the facts? While independent audits have uncovered irregularities in foreign aid spending, no official investigation has concluded that USAID is knowingly funding Boko Haram. Even the Nigerian Army's statements remain unsubstantiated. To understand the weight of Perry's claims, we must examine the man behind them. Scott Perry is no stranger to controversy. In the wake of Donald Trump's 2020 election loss, he played a key role in efforts to overturn the results. The January 6 investigation uncovered that Perry sought a presidential pardon, a move that strongly suggests he feared criminal liability. His phone was seized by the FBI. A judge later ruled that over 1,600 of his messages were relevant to the probe. These facts raise a crucial question. Can we trust Perry to be an impartial truth-teller? Or is this the latest chapter in Trump's 2024 revenge tour? What this means for Nigeria? Scott Perry's claim is explosive, but it demands caution. His history with the January 6 insurrection raises doubts about his motives. His claims about USAID funding terrorism should be investigated, as USAID's past is not without flaws, but should not be accepted at face value. Given his history of promoting politically charged narratives, however, one truth is undeniable: for far too long, Nigerians have suffered at the hands of extremists and deserve a lasting end to the menace that continues to devastate them. At the start of this report, we posed a question: is this claim true, or is it a politically motivated attack? The real issue, however, is not whether USAID is funding terrorism, but rather what the Nigerian government is doing to combat terrorism and the widespread insecurity plaguing the nation. As a sovereign state, Nigeria must take full responsibility for securing its borders and protecting its citizens, regardless of foreign assistance. This becomes even more critical when trillions of naira in taxpayers' money are spent annually on projects that yield little to no tangible benefits for the people. Thanks for watching Niger News Series. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more breaking news and in-depth analysis.